go?
Where are you going? You going for a walk?
Okay. Happy now?
Okay, come on.
Okay. Let's go for a walk.
Fun to go for a walk. Now put the leash on her. That's what's fun. Watch it. It's like wrestling a pig. All right. Hello everybody, it's Wendy and I am here today with a tutorial, believe it or not. It has been a minute since I have been on YouTube at all, so things have been crazy for me. I'm not going to go into too much detail, but my family back home in West Virginia, there have been a lot of things going on, just craziness there, and one family member who's just out of their mind, stupid. And so I've had to go home several times and just, I don't know, things are crazy. But anyway, I've been busy with that. And then I decided to redo my entire craft room, reorganize, not redo it, but reorganize it. So that has kept me really busy as well. So I am finally, I think things are settling down a little bit, getting back in the swing of things, at least until September. In September, we take Chris's parents to Florida to live with his brother and sister-in-law. So that is going to be another big trip for us. But we've got a lot going on both sides of the family right now. But anyway, I am back with some words of wisdom. And my words of wisdom today are commit your work to the Lord and your plans will succeed. Proverbs 16:3. And yeah, I think it is very true. Amen, right? All right, so today we have a bracelet tutorial using products from the August 2021 bargain bead box. Now I did the unboxing, but this is it. I have not touched this box. So here I am looking at the bargain bead box for the first time, and we're going to see what we can do with it. So let me just tell you what I've got here. I have some products from my own stash and some products from the box. So I do have some ball head pins, and I just realized I'm going to need several more of these ball head pins. I just have 4, but these leaves I will have to attach with the ball head pins as well. So I'm going to grab a few more out of here. I have all of my ball head pin colors are just mixed in together. It's kind of ridiculous. I do that though. I mix all my stuff up. I mix all my jump rings, and it's just my thing. But yeah, I've gone through every single thing in my craft room, you guys. And let me tell you, I have this Lazy Susan. Actually, I'm going to show you this Lazy Susan because I want you to realize what happened. So hold on. Okay, so there is my Lazy Susan. As you can see, it is 3 tiers, and it has got all of my teeny tiny, literally like 4mm, under 4mm. There may be some 4mm on there, but they're mainly under 4mm. So I had worked all day, and had organized all this stuff. And this shelf right here, this 3-shelf little section, I had just finished putting stuff on, and I thought, I need to organize those little tiny beads, but I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to go ahead and move that Lazy Susan over there because it was, try not to make you seasick, it was right here on my desk, okay? So I'm like, I'm just going to move it over there, and then I'll reorganize all those beads another day because I was tired. It was late. So, and Chris had been at his parents' all evening. So I went over, I heard Chris come in downstairs, so I knew he was home. I picked that up, went over, set it down on that shelf, and if you can see these vertical strips that are back in there that hold the shelves up, well, apparently the one on the left was not in a stud, and the whole thing fell. All 3 shelves fell. And so Chris comes running upstairs because he's like, what the heck, are you okay? And I sat down in the chair and just started bawling, crying. It was really bad. I was so upset because I was so tired. I'd worked all day and everything was in the floor. And if you can see, all of these containers here have fire polish beads and bicones So they all went everywhere. Everything was just everywhere. It was so bad. So Chris did help me put the shelf back up, but I had to come up the next morning and clean that mess up. So, okay, we're going to get back to the video. Okay, so back to the tutorial. Anyway, I don't know why I got off on that rabbit trail, but I did somehow. Anyhow, okay, so here you're going to need some ball head pins. So I have silver ball head pins here, and the reason I like to use ball head pins is because they are way, way thinner and just do a much, much better job of, you can wire wrap them, but like these little butterflies, they are center drilled here, so I'm going to have something to go right down through the center like this, and the ball head pins just work really good for that. Then I can wire wrap a loop on here. And so that's why we're using ball head pins. Okay, so I've got some ball head pins. I have these little tiny rondelles from the box. I cannot remember if they're agate or jade or what they are. Like I said, this is the first time I've even looked at this box. So it's kind of bad, except for my unboxing, which was a couple weeks ago. So yeah, sorry about that. But these are the little maybe they're quartz, I don't know, whatever they were, these little beads out of the box. Then I've got the green crystal bicones from the box. I've got the ombre, these little ombre leaves, which these turned out really, they're really pretty little beads. I'm really liking this month's box. This is the agate. Now I did pick out some of the darker shades of the agate to match the dark shades in these porcelain beads that they sent. So here are the porcelain beads. When I get everything off the screen, this camera will focus right, and then here are the little agate, and I just tried to pick out the darker tones of those, a few of those. Got the porcelain beads. We've got these larger, I can't remember what these were either, to be honest, but these larger beads as well. I've got the 4 little butterflies out of the box. Those are so beautiful. I love them. I'm excited for those. I do have these tiny daisy spacers. Not sure that I'm going to use them, but I might. So here they are, just in case. I don't know why my light is acting so strange. Maybe I'm trying to tip it. Okay. This is the toggle from the box, one of the toggles. I've got the bead caps from the box this month. Here they are. And I've got several closed rings, okay? Now, it is kind of important, I think, that you use closed rings for this because you don't want your pieces coming out. And we're going to be hooking a lot of little dangles onto these closed rings. So I think it's kind of important to use closed rings. You know, if you don't have closed rings, you can use jump rings, but you need to make sure they are really closed. You know, you're going to have to be really sure of that. Okay, so get your stuff together. Your jewelry tools, of course, you're going to need. Oh, I do have some head pins here, regular head pins. And you're probably going to need some jump rings. And I think that should be it. So get your stuff together and come on back and we will make a bracelet. Okay, so let me put my glasses on first thing. Otherwise, we're going to be in a mess. That's another thing that's been going on with me lately. I can't see. So like I can't see anything up close. Nothing. It's really bad. It's gotten so much worse in just the last few months. And I had an eye doctor's appointment. Well, it's been a while ago now, but so I guess I'm gonna have to go back because something's wrong. I mean, I know that happens with age. I get that, but it seems like it's been a very rapid deterioration. So I'm gonna have to go get my eyes examined, and I wear contacts so I can see distance, but I can't see up close at all. I'm having to wear reading glasses everywhere, so I may just have to switch over to glasses and do the whole bifocal progressive thing. So anyway, all right, so we're gonna get our stuff together. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to make we're gonna use some of these large beads and make some large links, okay? And I'm gonna zoom this in, but just 1 second, let me find, here are my head pins. Okay, I'm not going to use the one-step looper. I really do not like the way that it does. I just don't like it. So I'm not going to use it. I'm just going to do this by hand. So I will do a few and then I'll leave you to do yours because you're not going to want to sit and watch me make all these dangles. But I just wanted to show you. So here's my ruler. My wrist is about, well, I don't know, let's measure it. It's about 6 inches or 6 1/4, I think. It's been a while since I've measured. Let me look at it and just see. So measure your wrist. That's a good thing to do. If you haven't done it for a while, it's always a good thing to do. So yeah, I am right at about 6 3/4 inches, close to 7. So actually my wrist has grown a little. That's not good, is it? So close to 7 inches. So I want to make sure with my beads here that I have about 6 1/2 inches, and then I leave about 1/2 inch for my clasp. Okay, so I'm just going to alternate these, basically just like this, and they're going to be links, so they will be, you know, they'll have some space in between them because we're going to link these little rings in between them as well. So I'm kind of going to space them out here. I'm just trying to get a general idea of how many I'm going to need. So it looks like, yeah, probably about 5 of the porcelain beads and 4 of the other beads is what I'm going to use. And we may have to add in some more in a minute, but that's what I'm going to go with for now. Now, you're going to need eye pins too. I don't know why I didn't say that, but you are. You're going to need eye pins. Sorry. Yeah, like I said, I've been a little scattered lately. Things have been a little stressful, but it's going to be okay. All right. So, eye pins. And I'm just going to show you how I do my loops, okay? And then you can go on and make your loops yourself. Now, I am going to use the bead caps on these. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my eye pin, put one bead cap on. Let me zoom in. Okay, eye pin, put a bead cap on. Get some of this other stuff out of the way just so it's not trying to fight with my camera. Because this camera, this is a new phone, and this camera is a little bit, it's a good one, but it's a little bit different than my other one. Okay, then I'm going to put my bead on, porcelain bead, and my other bead cap. So here's what I've got. Just going to make a cute little bead component. And then I'm just going to grab my pliers, which I have over there way far away from me for some reason. And I'm going to take my chain nose pliers, and I'm coming up just a little bit above this bead, okay? I don't want, oh, come on, camera. Yeah, I want enough to, I don't want it like super tight so that it's going to be hard to make the loop. But I do want it pretty close to the bead. So right about there, I'm just coming above there, and I'm going to bend it at a very sharp 90-degree angle, just like that. And I want that 90-degree angle to be really sharp because when it is, your loop turns out a whole lot better, okay? Now, I'm going to come over here with my cutters, and I'm going to go back, and I will show you how far I leave. I leave about that much. I don't know how much that is, but that's about what I leave. I don't know. It's a tiny bit. I don't like huge loops, though. And then I'm coming in with my round nose pliers, grabbing that on the tip, and I'm just rolling it back. Okay, just like this. And you can adjust it around a little. Kink it back a little to make it sit up like it's supposed to, because mine isn't for some reason. Why is that acting that way? There we go. And there you have your little loop. Now, the reason that I like to make my own loops instead of using the one-step looper is it leaves a lot of space. I'm just going to show you. So here it is. This is the one, oh, that's not it. That was a memory wire cutter. Here's the one-step looper. Okay, so I'm going to do one with this one-step looper just so you can see the difference. So same thing, I'm just going to grab my bead cap, my bead, my next bead cap, and I'm going to take this looper, and this is a 1.5 millimeter looper. And see, I've got this down now as far as it will go, as close as it will go to the bead. And I'm just going to get... But you see the space that it leaves between the bead and the, I don't like that. Plus it leaves your loop open, which somebody or several people have said, well, you're just going to open your loop to attach it anyway. Yeah, I get that. But, I don't know. I don't like the space that it leaves here because it makes my bead floppy. You know, everything's flopping around on there. I just don't like that. So that's why I don't use the one-step looper. Other than that, it would be great. And if I have a million dangles that I'm making, then yes, I will. But I don't have a million dangles that I'm making. I'm going to try to scoot this camera just a tad bit. So yeah, I'm not gonna be using the looper. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to continue just doing bead cap, bead, and bead cap, like this. Bend it at a 90-degree angle. Go ahead and cut it. And roll this back. All right. And as you can see how tight that is on there? It's just not floppy like this. I don't like that floppiness, so that's why I don't use that looper. All right. I'm going to do a couple more, and then I will finish mine and let you finish yours. So, same thing. Bead cap, bead, bead cap. Okay, whoops. Bend this at a 90-degree angle. And everybody always asks, so I'm just going to go ahead and say it. These are Xuron tools. Xuron. There they are. I get that question 1,000,001 times, which it's a good question. I mean, I get it. They're great tools. I love them. I'm not sure how I functioned before I got these, to be honest with you. Now that I have them, I'm like, wow, these are awesome. Yeah, they're great tools. I get them on Amazon. I'm not a huge fan of Amazon, so I hate to promote them on here because I tried to join their affiliate program and they gave me so much trouble that I just finally gave up and quit. I mean, they were like impossible to work with. So I'm not a big huge fan of Amazon, but that is where I got my tools from, so I'll give them that. But they're Xuron. They're great. These are the bent tweezer nose pliers. These are the flush cutters. These are the round nose pliers, and don't be alarmed if you go to buy these. These round nose pliers are weird looking. They really are. They're kind of square up here, and you think those can't be round nose pliers, but they are. These are the short chain nose pliers, or blunt. I think they're called short chain nose pliers. And these are the needle nose pliers, just the straight needle nose pliers. So I really, really like these tools, I gotta say. And I have the crimper too, and the crimping tool is amazing. So, yeah. All right. And we're going to go ahead and roll our loop back here. Can't believe it's been so long since I've done a tutorial. I mean, it's ridiculously long since I've done a tutorial. I don't know. Things have just been so crazy that I haven't been able to. All right. So we'll go ahead. And I'm just gonna, let's see, I've got this 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna do one more, and then I'm gonna wait and see, because I'm not sure we're gonna need all of those. We may, but we may not. So I'm gonna kind of put this thing together a little bit first, and then if we need them, we can always make more. But I don't like to make them and have all these dangles. I have a little container that I keep pre-made dangles in, like, you know, for other things. I could probably use it later on something else, but I don't know, I'd rather not. I'd rather just save the beads, you know, and not do that. So we'll just wait and do a couple more here in a minute if we need them. Okay, so here's what we've got. We have got our little, now we're going to take these rings, and they're going to go in between these, and that's why I'm saying I don't think we're going to need all of those, because these, by the time we put these in between, it's going to stretch this bracelet out quite a bit. So, let me see. Let me measure. So, by the time we put all those in there, yeah, that's stretching it out quite a bit. So, I'm already at over 6 inches. And I've got to have room for my clasp too. So I think we're pretty good right here. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take all of my little beaded links here. And I'm just going to hook the jump ring to either side. Okay, so this is not really a jump ring. I said that, but it's a ring. It's a closed ring. And I want to make sure that I get my loops closed on these well, really well too. Because you don't want them coming in loose. And they will. It seems like I've had a lot of trouble with jewelry lately coming apart. Just things that or tarnishing. Things have been tarnishing lately. I don't know what's going on, but I had on a pair of earrings the other day, and they were the Agate Bead earrings, and I guess I didn't get the loop closed really good. They were hoops, and this one kept coming open, and had these little Agate beads like down the front of my shirt and everywhere else, and I'm like, this is not good. So yeah. Make sure you get your loops closed. It is important. Very important. And see, we're just going to hook these rings in between each one of these little links. If you're not familiar with Bargain Bead Box, I'll just go ahead and tell you. I know most of you are, but for the person that isn't, it is a monthly beading subscription service. That's what I'm using. Most of these beads are from that. Well, all the beads are. Most everything here is. But it's about, I don't know, you get about $60 worth of stuff. It averages out to be about $60 worth of stuff shipped to your door every month for $17.95, I think. $17.95 a month. And you just get a lot of really cool stuff. It's fun. There's a bunch of us on my Facebook group. We do this, you know, we'll make things and people post pictures of what they made. I always do an unboxing, that kind of thing. So, yeah, Bargain Bead Box. It's a really great deal. And if you sign up for their subscription service, they will give you a coupon code for 30% off in their store. They also have a website where you can go buy beading supplies. So they will give you a coupon for 30% off in their store, and you can use that over and over all month long. Now, you can shop in their store if you don't subscribe to the box, too, but you just don't get that 30% off coupon. But I do have a coupon code. If you want to subscribe to the box, you can use my coupon code. I'll put it in the description box below, but it's Wendy2, and that'll give you $2 off of your first box, your first month's box. And then if you don't want to subscribe and you just want to shop in their store, you can use Wendy2 and it will give you $2 off in their store. You can only use my coupon code once though. So if you subscribe to the box, you can't use it in their store, and vice versa. You can just use it one time. But their coupon code, the 30% off, you can use over and over and over and over all month long. So I spend way too much money in their store. Yes, I do. And so does Brittany. And so does Heidi. So shout out to Brittany and Heidi, who a lot of times will text me and be like, hey, Bargain Bead Box has new stuff. And I'm like, oh crap. And then I have to go and look. So yeah, we're bad for each other in that way. But they do have great stuff and great prices. Okay. Alrighty, we're almost done with this, hooking these together. And that's all I'm doing is I'm just opening these little links, inserting my little ring, and making sure that my link is closed really, really good. That's what I'm doing. There we go, just like that. Alright, and last one. So here we go. Closing this one up. And one more. Alright, those are all closed up really good. So here's what we've got. So I ended up with 3 of each. And let me measure again. So now it's not quite 6 inches. I am going to go ahead and add one more. So we'll go ahead and put this one on. I did get okay, just making sure I put a ring in between each one. Because I would forget that, and then I would have my bracelet looking all weird later. Okay, so let's put this bead cap on. I'm going to do this last one just to be sure that I have enough room in my bracelet. Okay. 90 degrees. Oops. And we'll roll this guy back. Okay, and I'm just going to hook it right on here. I just heard Chris shut the door down there. You may hear the motorcycle fire up here in just a second. He's probably on lunch. Okay, I'm just going to hook this one right in here. And make sure it's closed really, really good. All right. I think that'll be better. Yeah, we're right over 6 inches now, so by the time I put my clasp on, we're going to be good. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to make this cute and fluffy and embellish it. So we're going to take a bunch of dangles here, make a bunch of dangles out of all these other little beads. Now, I want some of the leaves on here, and I definitely want the butterflies to show. So I'm going to try to put the butterflies just kind of in the middle here, like these 4 middle. I'm going to do several little dangles on each one, but I really want those butterflies to be in the middle because I want them to show up. So let me cut these strands really quickly. We've got our bicones right here. I love this month's box. I thought it was really, really pretty. All these just beautiful colors. It reminds me more of spring than summer, these colors, but I mean, I don't care. They're still beautiful. That to me does not matter. So, okay. Let's get all this. Okay, now I've got my little spacers here too. Okay, so I'm going to move this out of the way. I'm just going to scoot it up here for now. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make my little butterfly dangles. Now, I'm not going to put anything on these but the butterfly. I think, maybe I should put a bead underneath it so it'll stick up better. I think I will. I'm going to put one of these rondelles underneath it and then put the butterfly. Let's see. No, that's not going to work. What am I doing? I want to put the butterfly on first. Sorry, guys. Yeah, we want the butterfly to go on first and then the little bead underneath. That's exactly what we need. And you know what? I may actually just do 2 beads underneath because I kind of want this butterfly to sit up a little bit on there. Do I want to do a rondelle or a bicone? I think I'll do the bicone. Okay. Now, I'm going to make a wrapped loop. One thing about these wrapped loops, unless we attach them with jump rings, which I think I might do. I'm not sure. I'll have to decide on that here in just a second. But let me show you how to do the wrapped loop. So you're gonna bend. You come up a little bit from your bead. I don't want to be too close to my bead because I want to have room to wrap this loop. So I'm going to come up a little bit. I'm going to bend it at a 90-degree angle. Okay. Then I'm going to take my round nose pliers, and instead of cutting this and rolling the loop back like we did on the other, I'm holding my round nose pliers in the bend, right there, in the bend of the wire. I'm going to take this up and over, just like this. It kind of looks like a little question mark now. And then I have to rotate my plier up, okay? So that's a better view. All right, and then I can take this on around. All right, so just like that. That's going to leave me with this loop. Now, if I was going to attach this right on right now, which I think I am going to, I think we're just going to go ahead and attach them right on. So I'm going to put this guy right here. So now I need to slide this on because I'm getting ready to wrap this up. And if I don't slide it on now, I'm going to have to use a jump ring to attach it, which for some reason I'm having an aversion to right now. I want to attach them straight on. So I'm just going to slide. You've got to slide this into the loop just like that. Then I'm going to take my plier and just hold the loop just like this. And I'm going to take my other plier and I'm going to wrap it around just like this. Now, you can make this as neat or as messy as you want. I'm just gonna just do it. I'm not really worried about getting it super neat. It just needs to go around several times so it's secure. Okay, then I'm gonna cut it. And you need to make sure that you don't have any little piece of wire sticking out, as you can see right there. Let me see. See that little piece of wire? Well, maybe you can't. Yeah, that little piece of wire is sticking up right there. There it is. I don't want that because I don't want it catching on my clothes or anything else. So I'm going to very gently put this down, because if you're not very gentle, you're going to crack your bicone. Trust me, I've done it so many times. Be very, very gentle when you do that. Okay, so there is our butterfly right here on our little thing. Now when you wear this, they're going to hang. They're going to be like little dangles on there. It's going to be cute. Okay, so I've got one butterfly on. I want to do a butterfly here, here, and here. So I'm going to make 3 more of the little wrap loops. This one, I'm going to put the butterfly on. Oops. And I'm just going to do this rondelle underneath it. Well, maybe I will do them all the same. Why not, right? We'll just do them all the same. So same thing. I'm coming up a little from my bead. Not too far. I came up too far on that last one, I think. Then I'm taking my pliers and I'm coming up and over, rotating them and coming around. I'm going to leave that loop open because I want to put it on my thing. Now, one thing I am doing, okay, so look at this. So as you can see on this ring, I have this one hanging on this side down facing me. I'm going to put the other one up here on this side of the ring. That's going to give them, you know, that way you'll have them hanging both ways. And they'll stay there. They won't float around the ring because you've got these connectors on there and to keep them there. So that's why I'm doing that. Okay, so I'm going to grab this with my pliers. I'm going to grab the tail with my other pliers and just wrap. Okay, just like that. And then I'm going to trim it and tuck it. Okay, so there's the second one. Okay, just like that. Now I'm going to do 2 more. I'm going to do one here and one here. So you do yours and come right on back. Okay, so I have all my little butterflies on here. Now what I want to do is I'm going to put these agate beads on. So I'm just going to space these kind of probably like that. Do I want to put one on each thing? I do really like them. Yeah, I think I will. I'm just going to put one again on each thing. Now these I'm just going to put on with a regular head pin or eye pin, head pin, sorry. I don't really need to use jump rings on these, or oh my gosh, you guys, I cannot even think straight. I don't really need to use ball head pins on these is what I'm trying to say. I'm telling you, now I hear the motorcycle. Chris is on lunch. Yeah. So anyway, while I was making the butterfly charms or the butterfly dangles, 2 of the 4, I forgot to hook them to the thing before I closed my loop. I'm kind of losing it today for some reason. I think I just need to go back to bed. Oh, I don't know. Anyway. Yeah, I hear Chris out there on the motorcycle. I don't know if I told you guys that I got a newer, heavier one, bigger one. And we've been riding a little bit, trying to get me used to it, mainly in the neighborhood. But we did go out on a couple of the bigger streets yesterday. It's pretty fun. And then our neighbors, we just got new neighbors. They just moved in this week. They both ride Harleys. So we were like, yeah, now we've got, of course, our neighbor before Justin, he rode a Harley too, but his wife didn't ride. But these new neighbors, they both ride. So it's going to be fun. Probably having them next door to us. In fact, I just saw her name, or, well, I don't guess I should tell them their names, but I saw her go out on her motorcycle earlier by herself, so I don't know where she was going, but I'm not comfortable enough to ride this one by myself yet, but I will be eventually. Alrighty. I'm going to show pictures of it in my Facebook group when I get it. I'm blinging it out. I'm waiting on some cabochons to come in the mail. And when they come, I'm going to bling it all out. And so if you haven't joined my Facebook group and you want to see my motorcycle all blinged out, join my Facebook group. And I'll have pictures of it over there. I actually posted some pictures of my helmet, which I did bling out as well. But the motorcycle, I have to wait on my cabochons to come, so it's not blinged out yet. Alright. And I'm just hooking these on, each one on on the little ring. One on each ring. Okay. So this is what we've got. I need 1, 2, 3 more. So I'm going to do 3 more of those. Then I'm going to do some of the bicones, probably one for each thing as well. And probably one of these little rondelles for each thing. So, and then we're going to work on the leaves, but I'm not going to do the leaves just yet. And I may use some of these little spacers in there too. So like if I wanted to use the spacer, I would just do this just to give it a little extra, I would probably just put one on the top and one on the bottom just to give it a little extra silver. I don't know if I really want to. I don't think I want to do that though, and I may not use those at all, but I am going to make 1, 2, 3 more little dangles for these agate beads, and then I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to do 6 of these little rondelles and 6 of the bicones and hook them on. Okay, so do all that and then come on back. Okay, so I'm back and I've got 1 of these little rondelles on each one, 1 of the bicones on each one, 1 of the agate beads on each one, and then a butterfly dangle on the 4 center ones. Okay, so now we're going to add on some of the leaves. These are the leaves. I think these are so pretty. And I know I want to do one on each end. I don't know that I want one of these on every, do I? Do I want one on every single thing? You know, maybe I do. They look really good. Okay, so, but what I am going to do, though, is make sure that I alternate them. I don't know that that's even going to matter, though, because when this is on your wrist, yeah, it's probably not. Okay, so the way I'm going to do these is I'm going to use the ball head pins again. I'm going to put the leaf on. Then I'm going to do one of these little rondelles underneath it. Okay, and that's it. Then I'm just going to wire wrap it, just like we did the others. Just like this, up, over and around, but not closing it up yet. And then I'm just going to put it right on here. Then I'm holding my loop right here with my pliers. Then I'm going to take my other pliers and wrap the same exact thing that we did with the butterflies. Okay, no different. And then I'm just going to trim my little wrap off. Okay, just like that. And there is a leaf on there. Oh, these are really cute. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so let's do another one. I'm going to put the leaf on first. Oops. And then the little rondelle. I am going to bend it 90 degrees here. Take my round nose pliers, grab it in the bend, go up and over and around, but I'm not going to close my loop yet. I'm going to put this one on this end. I just want to kind of see how they look as I do it. I'm not sure I want to put one on every dangle. I kind of do, but I kind of don't. So I'm going to do one on each of the ends first. Oh, come on, get on there. There we go. Going to grab it and wrap. kind of hard to wrap them, getting around all the other beads on here. Okay. Okay. So there's one on each end. I think I might do one in the middle here, and that may be all I do with these. Let me just try and see what it looks like. I don't want it to be too busy, but I do like these leaves. I think they're cute. Okay, up and around, leaving that open. Just going to insert it right on. I'm going to hold that, take my pliers and wrap. Okay. You know, I think, well, I think I need one more, maybe right here. Get another ball head pin here. Sadie's barking at Chris. If you hear her, she's been funny lately. She's been like barking at everything, even us, you know, she just barks. And so he put a notification on his laptop downstairs that sits on the kitchen table all the time, and it sounds just like our doorbell. So now every time a notification comes on that laptop, Sadie starts barking. She thinks it's the doorbell, and she's got to tell us that somebody's here. So she's still barking down there, and it's just Chris outside. And I cannot seem to get this on here because this bead is in the way. Oh, there we go. Okay. All right, I was having issues. Now she's getting into the serious bark. The one where it's not just a bark, it's like a howl bark sort of thing. She's so funny. All right. There we go. Yeah, that balanced it out. I like that better. Okay, so now we are finished pretty much, except for our clasp. So anytime you do a toggle, okay, we're going to use jump rings for this. Now, when we hook the toggle on this end, this part, it's not a big deal. But over here, see this big bead right here? If we hook this this end right to this, it's not going to fit through here. This big bead's going to get in the way. So we have to kind of make a couple of jump ring link for that end. Now the other end, it doesn't matter. It's going to be fine. So I'm going to take these are my oval jump rings. I like these jump rings really well. They are for sale on my website if you're interested. I like oval jump rings. I just feel like they're more secure than regular ones. So we're going to put this right on here. Close it up. And I may even double jump ring these just because it's the clasp. And these aren't super thick jump rings. They're not real thin either, but I'm going to double jump ring it just because I want to make sure that it's really secure, and that way it definitely will be. You could always use split rings too. I hate split rings. They are so hard to get. I know I have the tool. I know I have to use them at work. So don't everybody get on here and be like, you can use this tool. No, I know that, but it doesn't work. I mean, it does, but they're still hard, even with the tool. All right, so we're going to do a little tiny jump ring chain on this end just to make sure that that bar can get through. But I am going to double these as well. So that's something you can do if you feel like that it needs added security. Just double your jump rings, which is a little harder to do on a chain, but there we go. Okay, there we go. And these two may be enough. I may not need any more. We'll see here in just a second. Yeah, I think that should be enough. So I'm just going to hook this right to this one. We'll try it, and if it doesn't go through, we can always add another jump ring. And then I need to hook this one on too because I have it doubled. Just like this. Sorry, I am distracted. Let me put this in here. All right. Now, I think this will work. Let's try it and see. And yeah, it will. So that's the reason for that, is just if this were up here right next to the bar, it wouldn't be able to fit through here because of this bigger bead. Okay, so see if I can put it on myself. I'm not the greatest at putting bracelets on myself, but toggles I can usually manage. Yep, there we go. All right, and it is a perfect fit for me, and I love this. I think it turned out super cute. I love these colors together. Yeah, it's just really, really pretty, dainty. The little butterflies are so cute. So adorable. I love it. Turned out great. I wish they had given us a couple more butterflies because I would have done a pair of earrings to match it, but I mean, I still could, but they won't have the butterflies on them, which are what really makes it cute. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you want to subscribe to Bargain Bead Box, I will have all the information in the description box below. And I hope I'm back in the swing of things and we'll have some more tutorials coming up. I plan to be, that's the plan, so we'll see what happens. But anyway, you guys have a great rest of the day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!